All right, we are here with Kent State head coach Todd Starkey, and we're joined by Janae Tyler as well. How are you guys doing today for round two here? You got to talk to me twice in a row. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, all good. Looking forward to it.
Doing good.
Absolutely. Well, I'm very excited to talk to you because, as I mentioned yesterday, it is very rare to talk to a program who has had no one enter the transfer portal 2 years in a row. That's something special you're building over there, obviously. How does that feel as a coach, having that kind of continuity year to year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it feels good that that our players really feel like they belong here. I think it's a testament to the relationships that they have with each other, right, and the friendships that they have. I think our assistant coaching staff does a great job of building relationships with our players as well. I think they players 1 through 14 feel valued here. And I think that just leads to the overall culture of the team. Obviously, culture is such a buzzword and kind of overused term, but the atmosphere that we have around our team, and I think this group really feels like a family. I think leads to that, and we also are in a position to compete for championships every year, and I think players really value that as well.
Absolutely. Well, Janae, this is your third year here. You're coming back, so you can speak to this as well as anybody. What keeps you coming back to Kent State year after year?
Definitely the family atmosphere. Like, even on my official visit when I came in, the girls made me feel so welcomed and just like I could be myself. So I think it's definitely the family atmosphere that we have here at Kent. Like, everybody loves each other, everybody can wholeheartedly be themselves around each other. And I think that's really what keeps us all together.
Yeah, well, with so much returning talent and a few, new pieces you're adding to the mix here, the expectations are really high for you guys. Picked number one in the preseason poll. How do you handle those expectations year to year? Because you've had them before, Todd, and you've been in this place. What are the expectations for you, and how are you going about handling that with your team right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's maybe one of the first times that Kent State's been picked to win the conference in the preseason poll. Obviously, it's a great testament to where our program is and what we've built here. But it really, yeah, if it can serve as some motivation, then great. I'm sure there's some coaches in the league that didn't get picked number one or further down or that type of thing are going to try and use that as bulletin board material for their teams. Like, coaches use whatever means they can to motivate their teams. I think for us, it's just a testament of what we've done, not what we're getting ready to do. And so we've got to earn that every day. And so we're excited about attacking this season. We're pursuing something, and that is a MAC championship, and that's really our standard every year. And our players that really get immersed in the process and really get excited about the preparation every day are the ones that really thrive. And when we have enough players do that together, we get great outcomes.
Janae, what have you seen? Not even just from the expectations that come from the preseason poll, but even without that in play, the expectations are obviously high for you guys this year. You have a great group. What have you seen of the energy of this team and kind of the motivation that you're all feeling right now?
I've seen a lot of excitement. I think this year we have um, our guards are very diverse, our posts are very diverse, and everyone has a different skill set. So I think we're really excited to be able to have such a diverse group. We have Maya Babbitt who can shoot the ball. We have me in the post. We have Riley Rismiller in a post, but she also can go out and shoot the three. We have guards that can get downhill. So I think the diversity is what we're really excited for.
Absolutely. And another player I wanted to mention, you obviously return a lot, but you bring someone back who had to redshirt last season in Corinne Hauser, who's been a big part of what you're able to do. How has her recovery been, and what's it been like having her back, Todd?
Yeah, obviously going through a major injury like that. I mean, we're not the only program that's had that. So it's all part of part of doing what we do in college sports and absorbing injuries and trying to figure that piece out. And then Corinne, on a personal level, obviously had to kind of attack that. And I think she's done a great job of going through that process. And not we didn't rush her back last year to try and have her back before she was ready. So she's looked great. I mean, obviously, people who remember 2 and 3 years ago with Corinne Hauser, she was, I think, one of the better guards in the conference as a young player, and it's exciting to have a player of that caliber back within our program. She makes those around her better. And she's a pretty darn good player herself. So we're excited about having her back in the fold for sure.
Yeah, Janae mentioned a few other players who are obviously gonna play a big role for you guys this year, but I want to talk about her, and I want you to talk about her a little bit and what she adds to this team. Obviously, receiving preseason recognition. How big of a part is she going to be of what you're able to do this year?
Yeah, we just got to keep her on the court, right? So, Janae's gone through some of her own, trials with injury stuff and at times foul trouble a little bit and that type of thing. So, but listen, when you walk into the gym, into the arena, and you have one of the best players every single night in Janae Tyler, it makes the whole team rise. Okay, and so Janae's the type of player, when she plays within herself and when she plays focused, is one of, if not the best players in the league, and she knows that, and so does everybody else. And so we're excited to see what she does in her junior year. She brings a great deal of toughness to our program. She's taking on more of a leadership role. She's found her voice within our program. We've graduated a lot of talent the last couple of years and a lot of leadership as well. And Janae's one of the players that has started to really step into the gap there and become more of a leader. But man, a heck of a player and somebody that everybody's going to have on their scouting report as a focal point.
Yeah, Janae, give me the inside scoop, the inside look on what we're going to see from you this year, what you've been working on, and what you're excited to show off on the court in a couple of weeks here.
Definitely confidence in the post, control, really defense. I want to emphasize on defense because my defense is always usually how I go off of my offense. If my shots aren't falling, I can't focus on that. I have to focus on the rest of the game. So I want to emphasize on my defense this year and just be more of a defender rather than just considered an offensive player, because I want to just be a threat all around on the court.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys, you don't shy away from playing tough teams, right? You have a crazy schedule heading into this year. You can go down the list: James Madison, West Virginia, Xavier, Ohio State, Duquesne. You're going to the Bahamas. How excited are you to test yourselves early on here?
I think we're really excited. As I said before, we're considered the underdogs to everyone else, but to ourselves, we know that these are people that we can compete with and schools that we can compete with. So I think we're just excited to be able to showcase, like, yes, we're considered the underdogs, but we're not in actuality.
Yeah. How about you, Todd? What went into your scheduling philosophy? You don't shy away from playing tough teams every year.
Yeah, I've always been, and that's kind of how I was raised. You always want to try and prove yourself against the best and have an honest evaluation of where you stack up against really good talent and the best people. And so we've always scheduled tough non-conference schedule opponents. We recruit players that want to play against the best and want those opportunities as well. And so we continue to put together schedules that really test our players early. I think we probably could have scheduled some 25, 26 win seasons, but it's some of those 20 and 21 win seasons that yield our best teams and potential championship teams as well, because those teams get tested. And I think you have to test your team to see where you are so you can have growth. Teams typically always respond and learn more after losses or really tough battles than they do against, in a 30, 40-point win. So sometimes you get complacent in those situations. And so we want to avoid complacency. Our November schedule we can't afford to be complacent in any way, and we'll be tested, especially on the road early on.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've talked about kind of how many returners you have, and we've talked about a few of them in particular. But I'm curious, obviously, with so many players coming back year to year, you have the opportunity to really develop them, and they have the opportunity to grow year to year. Who's someone I'm maybe not paying enough attention to right now that I should be keeping an eye on that's going to maybe take on a little bit of a bigger role for you guys?
Yeah, that's a good question. I could probably name 4 or 5 different players. To be honest with you, I think our strength is in our depth. We've got really high-level talent at the top of the lineup, but we also have players that play, kind of a support role, as you would say, that really have the ability to lead us in scoring any given night or lead us in assists. I mean, Deanna Gray is a player that has had a lot of in-game experience. She started against Notre Dame in the NCAA tournament, and we haven't really mentioned her yet, but she brings a lot to the table. She's kind of our energy. She's our most vocal leader, And there's going to be some games where I don't think she's going to surprise anybody, but Deanna Gray is a big glue piece for us. We're looking for Riley Riss Miller to really take some steps forward and continue to gain more minutes and get some more time. And then, look at any of the three of our freshmen that are in. They're right. I mean, they've had some moments in practice where they look like all conference level players. Then there's other moments when they don't look like they have any idea what they're doing. But we got a lot of talent up and down the lineup, and I'm really excited about some of these players really emerging and having a big role for us this year.
Yeah, you mentioned the freshman, Janae, as someone who's taking on a little bit more of a leadership role and finding your voice. Tell me a little bit about them and what it's been like working with them, helping them get adjusted to this system. What have you thought of the rookies this year?
I think they're great. Personality-wise, talent-wise, they're all around good people. Really on the court, it's more so just keeping them calm and telling them like, hey, you're a freshman. You're going to make mistakes, but we're literally in practice. So it's practice for a reason. Just calm down and pay attention and next rep, get it right. But you don't have to force yourself into a bigger role than you're ready for. But you also just have to pay attention and you'll get it. Like you've been playing basketball your whole life. It's the same sport, just a different level. So come in with the same confidence that you've had before.
Todd, I would be remiss if I let you go without talking about your family a little bit, because obviously your kids have gone on to do so many great things. Obviously, the one everyone knows about because he's famous now is Drew, right? I think in our interactions together, we've even talked about your son a little bit, and I've watched Outer Banks. My mom loves it. She's a big fan. So he's done great things, but they might not know about your other kids. You have a musician, you have a model, you have a mother, you're a grandpa now. How cool is it to see the success that all your kids have had? And why didn't you have them play basketball for you, your sons? Come on.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I'm kind of shying away from grandpa as the term that. Yeah, they're calling. I think they're going to call me pops. That's a little bit more palatable for me. But yeah, I mean, 4 kids, and they all have kind of forged their own path, and I'm really proud of all of them. They're very close. When they get together, which isn't as much as I would like. But, obviously Drew, with all the stuff he's doing in his acting career, Logan's a musician, lives in Nashville and very talented. Michaela, mother of 2, and is an incredible mom. And that's of all the things that you could be great at, being a mom is at the top of the list. And then, Brooke is a Kent State alum and lives in New York City and has a photography and modeling career that she's working on, and the boys played basketball. They were very good high school players. Both could really shoot it, just like their dad. Not as good as me, of course, but Michaela played basketball in high school. But the biggest thing was for them to follow their own passions and not just mine. And so they got exposed to a lot of things as kids to see what really they were excited about, and it's nice to see them thriving in their own lives.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure you're just as proud of them as you are of your kids here at Kent State, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what you guys do this year. One more before I let you go. What are your hopes and your expectations for this group that you bring back this season?
Yeah, our expectations really don't change year to year. We always expect to win, and we expect to compete for championships every year. That's just the mentality that I always have and that we have for our team. These players, you pick us 1, you pick us 12, anywhere in the middle, we're going to pursue the same goal, and that is to win the day, to win what's right in front of us, and the outcomes take care of themselves. And so this group is going to be a work in progress. I think we'll absorb some bumps in the road on the way, and like we always say, we want to be playing our best basketball in March when the games matter most, and that's my expectation for this team.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited to see what you guys do here in a couple of weeks when I can see some live basketball, and looking forward to it. I appreciate you joining me today for MAC Women's Basketball Media Day.
Sounds good. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.